Expect new rules for short-term medical insurance in the future, coming soon, which we did expect that as soon as Trump got elected. So prior to the Biden administration, Trump's first administration, with the intent of strangling the ACA, there's probably a nicer word to say that, but you know what I'm talking about. One of the things was to expand the use of short-term medical up to 36 months, 3 years. And we loved that. It was great for our clients to give our healthy clients that didn't want to pay the high price of the Affordable Care Act, that weren't eligible for a tax subsidy, and they were healthy. They understood the limitations of short-term medical, which is you have to pass underwriting. That is what keeps the price so low, and it wasn't going to cover pre-existing conditions. So we had lots of clients in that group that said, yeah, I understand it. I can afford it. I want that risk. Get me from 62 to 65 to Medicare. Because often your spouse is retiring, losing the group health insurance, spouse is moving to Medicare, and they're looking to you for an answer for the younger spouse, in my scenario, that's only 62. She doesn't want to pay $600 a month for the Affordable Care Act. Maybe it's even more than that. So she's like, is there anything else? Sure. Health Share Ministries. We've worked with Altrua for years, but that's not insurance. So I always try to stress that. If you want another insurance with all the state and federal protections of an insurance plan, short-term medical was our go-to. We called that a bridge to Medicare. You could be on it for 3 years under the first Trump administration. Well, the Biden administration naturally did not like that because those healthy people were leaving the pool of the ACA, which drives up the cost of the ACA. So they wanted to shrink down the amount of people that were on short-term, and they shrunk the period that you could be on short-term to 4 months from 36 months. So that forced those people into the ACA or to go without health insurance, which I generally never recommend. So here we are in the beginning of the second Trump administration. We fully expect that this administration would roll back the rule from the Biden 4 months back to the Trump 36 months. But they've asked for an extension for 6 months because they want to get a better legal foundation in their argument so that when they do, which, like I said, we expect it to be 36 months again, when they do lengthen the period you can be on short term, again, that it comes with firmer legal footing. So it's harder for the next Democratic administration to just quick roll it back again to 4 months. So we don't have this constant ping pong. Is that possible? I don't know. That's a question for the attorneys and the judges, but that is what their intent is right now. So since we fully expect that we will have a new longer period of short-term medical, now might be the time for you to, 1, look into it, 2, get contracted. It's easy to sell. There's not a lot of carriers that offer these plans, but there's some large carriers that do an excellent job in this market. Now, if you have people that are going this route versus the Affordable Care Act, you might want to talk to them about bundling other types of indemnity plans together to bolster their coverage that they would get in the short-term medical market. If you need contracted, you want to talk about plans that are available in your state, give us a call at Gord Marketing. Your marketer can talk to you about your options, give you some plan benefits, give you some prices, and you can tell right away, yeah, that you're going to have a segment of the population that's very interested in this alternative, short-term medical. If you're reading our blogs or our newsletter, we abbreviate it STM. You might see it abbreviated elsewhere as STMLDI. But short-term medical, it's not Medicare and it's not ACA. So if you learned something today, you can thank us by giving us a subscribe. That's how you show love here on YouTube. Hope you learned something. Tune in again next week.